We're shaking off what happened last Sunday, and we're on to week 3 for the game on Sunday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. First look into week 3, guys. Let's jump into it.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking device is just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, but now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas. You wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled their spy drones.
That voice is speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.
I can't explain it.
Hey, it's your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor for Planet Raiders. And guys, we're about to shake off Sunday. We're about to shake off everything that happened in that game. That's in the past. We are now looking towards Sunday. We're looking towards the future. We're looking towards better days. We're looking at the game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football, guys. We're going to wait for some people to pop in. We got 3 so far, man. We need way more than that. But, guys, make sure when you guys pop in, make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. So, guys, you guys saw the Monday night game. The Steelers, hey, defense looks good. The offense is sputtering. We're going to get a little bit into what they're going to bring to the table. We're going to look at their PFF grades from offense and defense. Now, guys, let me put a disclaimer out there. PFF isn't the end-all, be-all. I don't look at it that way. It is an indicator, one of many indicators of looking at how a team plays and where they stand as far as competition and what they've done on the field so far. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to look into the Steelers depth chart. We're going to talk about this a little bit, an early look. And if you guys want to do that, if you guys are feeling a little adventurous, we will talk score prediction at the end of this, man. But before that, let me acknowledge some people. We got certified professional in the building. What up, big dog? Hit stick stepper in the building. And we got 11 in the chat. We're going to wait for a little bit more people to pop up. I know it's dinner time for most people, but we're going to wait a little bit. Let's talk about the Steelers and Browns game, right? We got Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett. Yes, we can. We can pick this guy off at any time, man. 15 for 30, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 222 yards, a QBR of 12.3. The guy looked not so great, man. We have a chance to redeem ourselves on defense as far as making this quarterback look really bad. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's going to take a lot of pressure from us to get the job done. We're going to need pressure. We're going to need to send different blitzes and things like that. We can't just send 4 and then just be vanilla on defense. We're going to have to make sure that we're mixing it up a little bit, because if Kenny Pickett sits back there and just kind of freelances and does what he wants to do, sort of like what Josh Allen did this weekend, we're going to be in trouble, guys. Let's see who else we got in the building. We got Road King Raider. What's going on, man? Thanks for the support. Big Mike, what up? What's up to you, man? Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support. Let's get into more of their box score. Let's see. We got Najee Harris, 10 carries, 43 yards. Jalen Warren, 6 carries, 20 yards. Altogether, they had 21 carries as a team for 55 yards. They are not dialing it up. They're not going on all cylinders as far as that offense goes, right? As far as the rushing goes, just in general, right? Even the passing game is a little sputtering. But you guys saw what the Raiders did on defense. we cannot let Najee Harris go off. I mean, he had 4.3 yard average. If we let him get going, we're going to be in trouble. So we got to really stop him. We got to make things happen as far as that goes. But let's continue, right? Let's flip it over on the defensive side. Quan Alexander led the team in tackles, 9 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Alex Highsmith with a pick 6, 7 tackles, and a sack. Who else? TJ Watt, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a touchdown. So defense scored 2 times. That's 14 points from the defense. 14 of that, 26 points came from the defense, and the offense kind of sputtered. Guys, we have a full. We got our hands full with this defense. I'm telling you guys right now. So we're gonna really have to tighten it up as far as that defense goes. Let's see who else we got in the building, man. We got. Let's see. We got Hit Stick Stepper in the building. Big Mike, triple salute, my fella. Hey, thanks for popping up. We got Christopher Munoz. What up, Big Mike? What's going on, man? Thanks for the support. Let's see. I won't be surprised if we get smacked this Sunday, my boy. As Raider fan, been doing this too long. We have just that feeling. We just have that feeling sometimes still. Raider Nation for life. You know what? I hope you're wrong. I'm gonna try to persuade you guys to make you think, or even just kind of flip it to where we're like, okay, maybe we got a chance, because this offensive line, the Steelers offensive line, isn't great. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm just looking at what they did as far as PFF grades, even the eyeball test from what I see yesterday. They're not doing great on that side. And then as far as our offensive line goes, it wasn't as bad as people think. Like, if we just look at so far what's going on with that team, so far, we're not doing so bad. But we'll talk into it. We're gonna really talk into. We're gonna talk more into the strategy. We're gonna talk offense and defensive line, because the trenches is where it kind of starts in this game. It's gonna be a dogfight for sure. Let's see what we got. Raider Tiger, what's popping, man? What's popping to you, man? Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support. Salute to you. Let's see. We got New York Raider fan. We need to stack the box and force Pickett to beat us with his arm. That is one of my strategies I like to see from the Raiders. Stack the box, send a lot of blitzes, force him into bad throws. The dude's arm is horrible. I don't know if you guys saw the game where he was he was sitting back and he threw a shot. It was kind of a bomb towards the later part of the game, and he was like way short. And he had some pressure, but it wasn't great. So we have a chance to really redeem ourselves on defense with this guy, and especially with this offensive line. I'll get into their PFF grades in a little bit, but their offensive line isn't great, guys. This is something that we can really take advantage of and make things happen on that defensive side for us. And then offensively, we'll talk about that a little bit more too. But let me get into some of the comments. Let me hear you guys' Q&A. I kind of want to hear a Q&A session. I kind of want to hear what you guys have to ask about the game or in the past. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with some of the news, some of the rumors that's going on with Cam Akers. We're kind of in talks to trying to bring in Cam Akers as that running back too. You guys let me know what you guys want to talk about. We'll talk about it a little bit, but I'm going to get my case in as well. But this is a Q&A session for you guys. Early look for the Steelers. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it as well, man. Let's see what we got. Hey, Big Mike, Trey Tucker is 6th fastest ball carrier this year at 21.11 miles per hour on that jet sweep. We need to get him involved a lot more than we are. That's point blank, period. That's what needs to happen. That's absolutely something that needs to happen for sure. Let's see. They got to use Trey Tucker more. Yeah, that's for sure, man. That's something that needs to happen. Let's see. Hit Stick Stepper, Pitts D caused 4 turnovers yesterday. Ball security is going to be a top priority for us. Really that. Yeah, they had altogether. Let me see what they did on defense. It was a clinic for that defense for sure against a sputtering Cleveland Browns offense. They lost Nick Chubb. They didn't look the same after Nick Chubb went down. Altogether, they had 6 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, 8 passes deflected, 11 quarterback hits, and 2 touchdowns. That Steelers defense is going to be no joke, guys. That's something that we really have to get tightened up as far as pass blocking, run blocking, things like that. We got to get Josh Jacobs involved more. And this offensive line definitely has to tighten up because this defense is coming for sure. Let's see. Shout out to X7608 in the building. Shout out to Christopher Munoz. Did you see Baller over? We need on the. We talk about Waller over with the Giants. We need that on our tight end. Yeah, we're missing some juice with the tight end for sure. Waller, I didn't really pay attention what Waller was going on, but yeah, he might be somebody. Good luck to him over there. But we need our guys like Hooper, and we need Michael Mayer to step up for sure. Let's see who else we got in the building. We say K Pick is hella buns. He should be light work for our defense, even though our defense is cheeks. Yeah, that. Well, if we get an effort we got from the Broncos, we'll be all right, and less of an effort that we got from the Bills. Even something kind of in the middle of that, we can be. I mean, I don't want something in the middle because we'll still fall short. But I'm hoping that they bring the intensity they did against the Broncos, especially at home, because that would be a big disappointment if they don't do so. Let's see what we got. Raider Tiger, I want to know if you think Max should be moved around like Micah Parsons is used. It wouldn't hurt to try, right? I mean, I think it would be a good idea to kind of try that and see what happens. I don't think it will hurt anybody. Now, part of the difference is between Micah Parsons and even like a guy like Myles Garrett and even a guy, those kind of guys, they're a lot more bigger than Max Crosby is. Now, I don't know if he'll hold it down kind of in an A gap situation, being in a 3 technique kind of situation. I don't know how he would fare in that situation, but in obvious passing downs, why not, right? Mix it up. Now, the problem is with that, we don't have really much of the depth to put somebody else in those other positions to be a threat and for him to do that. That's kind of where we're kind of missing the mark with that. But in the future, I would like to see Max kind of move around just a little bit more. That would be cool. Shout out to Jason Monroe. Says, do you want to see anyone from the bench or practice squad get some PT soon? I want to see Nesta J. Silvera. And I'm going to read you guys, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to read you guys the PFF grades for this interior line, and I'm going to tell you kind of where they're faring right now this season. So start off with John Jenkins. Overall, he had a 59.0 PFF grade this game. Overall, this season, he's ranked 90th. Which is really low as far as defensive tackles goes. The interior tackles go. Bilal Nichols, 44 overall, 109th ranked. Jerry Tillery, 50.6, 116th ranked. Adam Butler, 52.7, 98th ranked. And Byron Young, he's 117th. So that's horrible. And that's in 2 games, guys. We need better production from that interior defensive line, or else we're going to get cooked. They got cooked the last 2 games, and we need more from them. And to answer your question, Monroe, I would like to see Nesta J. Silvera, and I want to see a little bit from Byron Young. I mean, he hasn't played much. His PFF grade isn't great. Pass rush grade of 52.9, which isn't great. But we need to see a lot more from him, that's for sure. And I would like to see that. I would like to see him come in and make things happen as far as that goes. Let's see. Hopefully that answers your question, man. Let's see. We got Raider Nation Drinking Club Thor in the building. What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Are you guys coming on tonight? Let me know, man. Let me know. Afakasi Raider from the land down under. What's good, Big Mike? What's going on with you, man? Good to see you as always. Let's see. And X says it keeps it simple. X7608 just needs to stop Najee Harris. Guys, if we don't stop Najee Harris, it's going to be a similar situation that we saw with James Cook. James Cook, and I said this last week to you guys, I saw James Cook. If we can't tighten up this defensive line, I see James Cook having a career game. And he did that. He had over 120 yards rushing, 17 carries, and we let him run on us all game. He came out of the backfield, caught some swing passes. We had no answer for him. So, Najee Harris is one of those running backs that can do just exactly the same thing. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Steelers O-line, the Steelers offense in general is pretty bad. It's probably as bad as ours right now. So we have a chance as far as defense goes on our side to redeem ourselves in this one. So hopefully we see that and less of what we saw against the Bills for sure. Afakasi Raider says, hit the like button, people. Come on, make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. We got 28 in the building, man. Make sure you guys share with your folks out there, man. I appreciate it. We got Hit Stick Stepper says, D-Watt looked hella buns against Pittsburgh. That's why Pittsburgh defense went crazy against the Browns. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that Steelers defense is looking tough, man. It's really looking tough. So we got our hands full for sure. Raider Tiger, Micah has a running back's footwork and juke moves, and he has a running back speed. He has almost like punt returner speed, which is kind of scary. He runs like a 4.3. I think maybe even what was it, like just under a sub 4.4 for somebody at that size, a defensive end, to be running that fast is pretty crazy, man, for sure. Let's see, Road King Raider, thoughts on Wilson. When is enough? First round pick / project. We don't have that luxury. Yeah. Wilson played a little bit better than he did week 1, but it wasn't enough. He didn't look great again. And we've heard it down the dial, right? We heard it from Wasted. We heard it from a lot of the guys, man. We look back at this draft, and I hope we don't look back at this draft and be like, we picked the wrong guy again. And it's kind of looking like that right now at this point with Jalen Carter going to the Eagles, and we having a chance to really to picking him up and being part of this team. We could really use a guy like that, especially on that interior. And it's biting us in the ass for those decisions. Now we got Tyree Wilson, who's a project and not getting it done, plain and simple. So, it's really discouraging, but I'm going to stay hopeful. I'm going to stay patient. It's been 2 games. We're going to see what he brings to the table. But guys, tomorrow we got the film breakdown tomorrow. We'll see what Tyree Wilson did and see if he's progressing, man. But as of right now, it's not looking good for sure. For sure. I agree with you. Mondo Reyes, what's with it, Big Mike? Happy Titty Tuesday, Nation, man. Happy Titty Tuesday to you, man. Happy Titty Tuesday to you. Let's see. Charles Washington, Big Mike Raider team shows up. We got Crawford on Sunday. We need more than smelling salts. Yeah. We're gonna have to bring, we're gonna have to bring the whole blitz of punches. We're gonna have to get under him, play, get him in a phone booth. Man, we gotta play at the same tempo as the Steelers do, because we can get embarrassed at home if we don't. We got embarrassed in Buffalo. If we don't bring the juice, especially on offense, they're going to score on offense once or twice. And if our offense is sputtering, that might be just enough. So we really have to be careful with that, man, for sure. Let's see. Raider Nation Drink Club, we're going to be okay. Beat Pitt, go from there. Nobody had us 3-0 after 3. You're right. So if we had 2-1, great. Long season improvement will have to happen. Luckily, there are 15 games to go. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there who was a little bit, we lose a game and then people are arguing amongst each other, and a lot of negativity out there after a loss. And but after the first game, everybody was like really high on it. So I'm gonna stay right down the middle as far as that goes, because you're right. We have 15 games to go. Nobody picked us to go 2-0 after 2. A lot of people had us losing to Buffalo anyway. But I'll tell you this. It was the nature of how we lost. It was how we lost that was really discouraging. The offense isn't looking like how we expected. They're averaging 13.5 points per game right now, which is at the bottom of the league. That's not where we need to be sitting, especially with the kind of defense we have. We need to be towards the top as far as offense goes for this defense to be successful. We need more on the defensive side. We need more takeaways, and we have 0 right now. So, and sacks, we only have 4. So we really need a lot more going on the defense, and we need way more than what we're getting on offense from the offense for things to be a lot successful. But you're right. It's only 15 games to go. We're going to stay steady. We're going to stay right down the middle with it, and we're going to be positive for Sunday for sure. Let's see. Afakasi Raider says Jenkins is the best of the bunch, and that isn't saying much. We have the weakest D-line in football as it stands, even with Crosby, and that's a damn shame. If we didn't have Crosby, we'd be in big trouble. We'd have probably historically one of the worst defensive lines in football right now. It's pretty bad. And Max Crosby, he can't do it on his own. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it. I mean, the film will show it. He was getting double teamed. He was getting triple teamed all game. He couldn't really get into a rhythm. There was an answer for him every time he beat his guy, pause if necessary. But every time he passed the dude, it was another guy there to kind of chip him and slow him down. So it was very disappointing. It was very discouraging and very frustrating for sure. I'll say that. Raider Ross, Big Mike, how do you fix this defense? They look lost for most of the game. Well, kind of back to the drawing board, right? You know, you got to fix some of the mental mistakes, right? I wouldn't even say it was mental mistakes, but you kind of brush up on those. And the coaches have to look in the mirror, right? What do we got to do to mix things up to confuse offenses? Because to me, what it looked like against the Bills, it was very vanilla to me. It was really only sending forward. We see too many blitzes. We see too many exotic looks. And Josh Allen just sat back there, was just dumping it down. And we didn't really give him any pressure at all. So we got to mix up some pressure, especially with Kenny Pickett, who likes to get he only had 50% completion percentage. He looked rattled out there against the Browns defense. So we got to kind of copy what the Browns brought to the table as far as pressure goes and kind of do that. And on top of that, the Raiders tend to come out pretty hot from the jump, right? From the beginning of the game, but don't continue that adjustment as games go. And that's what we need. We need for that to keep happening. We need for this defense to adjust when it's time to adjust. And that starts with coaching. So the coaches need to adjust when it's time. And is that going to happen this season? I don't know. We'll see. But and then little things, right? Like personnel. Start Nesta Jade, see what he can bring to the table. Can't get any worse than what we've done so far, right? And then play a little bit more Byron Young. We need the youngsters to get more reps. That's for sure. That's kind of my strategy of how I would like to change this defense. Will it work? You got to try something, right? Because the first game looked decent, but against the Bills, we looked horrible. So we need to figure out something. Shout out to Easy with the 199 haymaker. Will be the keys to beat the Steelers. All right. So the keys to beating the Steelers. First off, I would say that we have to get after the quarterback. Have him, like I just said, we got to get Kenny Pickett in uncomfortable situations where he's throwing the ball, fumbling the ball, throwing interceptions, things like that. We got to get him uncomfortable. Second, stopping the run. Now, the defensive interior line is going to be our Achilles heel this season, and we need to change that. I don't know what needs to happen. Do we have to bring somebody in? Do we have to start the youngsters? I don't know what needs to happen, but we need to clog up the middle as far as the interior run goes. And Max Crosby and those edge rushers have to kind of set the edge and not get too greedy, right? We've seen Max Crosby get a little too greedy sometimes, and I can't blame him because it seems like he has all the defensive weight on his shoulders to make a play. But he has to stay in his role, do his job, and make sure that we don't let Najee Harris try to bounce it out for extra yards when we already have him clogged up in the middle. So on offense, that's kind of my keys. On defense for offense for us, we got to get Josh Jacobs. We got to get him going. Now I know Wasted. I don't know if you guys checked out Wasted show earlier. He was really down on Greg Van Roten, but he didn't have that bad of a game as he thought, right? And then it is eyeball test. He did get put on his ass at the beginning of the play, the first play of the game where he was sent like 4 yards back, and that was pretty much a like one of those plays. It's like a statement, right? A statement play. And it wasn't a good start for him. But I'm sticking with Greg Van Roten. Right now, he is 14th out of 71 guards in PFF with an offensive grade of 61.6. So he's not playing that bad. His pass blocking grade, and this was just for the Bills game. He had 61.6, but his pass blocking grade is 86.2 right now. So we got to be a little bit patient with Greg Van Roten, but that interior lines, particularly on that right side, Greg Van Roten, we got to get the running backs going, and we got to get them often, man. That's for sure. Let's see. All right. Let me see. I'm like way behind on these chats. Yeah, Raider Tiger, Jimmy 0 sack yards lost. He hasn't been sacked yet. So that's a good sign. But he hasn't gone downfield. We really need to make sure we go downfield and make things happen as far as the pass game goes. So that's another one. Let's see. Laker Nation, Hefe KCYOs and Raider chats don't have a Chiefs chat to attend. Yeah, I was wondering that. I saw him. Maybe we got rid of him. But yeah, good, man. I don't understand why he's around here. He'll show his ugly head when we lose, but when we're winning, he's nowhere to be found. But whatever, man. Who cares? Go enjoy your guy who doesn't have a receiver, and your golden days are numbered for sure over in Kansas City. I'm telling you that right now. Augie Badola in the building. I think they need to activate Nesta J. Silvera and let the young bull loose. He was balling preseason and training camp. Yeah, I want to see some more. I want to see from what he can do in real game situations and how he responds, man. That's what we need. We need a spark at this point for sure. John B in the building. Goals to shut out Watt and Highsmith. I want to see Nesta Jade and something out of this D line. Yeah. Especially TJ Watt. TJ Watt is going to be a problem. He's going to be probably lined up against Illuminor. And here's another bright spot, guys. I want to give flowers to our offensive lineman, Colton Miller. Right now, he is 5th out of 71 in PFF grades overall this season. He has the highest PFF grade in the AFC is amongst tackles. He has an 81.4 offensive grade, pass blocking grade, 88.3, run blocking grade of 73.8. We have some good signs on that offensive line, but we just got to get things going. We got to get that running game going, especially, and then that will loosen up the box a little bit. But we gotta do things to loosen up the box. Like I like what we did against the on the screen, even though it didn't work out. Run more screens to loosen that box up so we can get Josh Jacobs going. And with that, once we get Josh Jacobs going, then we can see more attacks downfield. But we haven't been able to do that yet. And I think that what we have to do with Watt is that we're going to have to put a tight end on him and chip him and things like that. We're going to have to get creative as far as that goes, especially with screens and stuff like that. The timing for the screen has to be done. And that's kind of like one of our biggest keys for victory in this game for sure. Let's see. And the times Max does win, he gets held. Absolutely. That's another problem, right? I mean, that's been something he's been dealing with for the last 3 years. Every time he wins one, he's getting held, and the referees just hold the cloth, in their pocket, man. And it's very, very frustrating when you see it, because you're calling it in real time when you're watching the game. Like, oh, that's a hold. So yeah, it is very it's very frustrating for sure. Raider Tiger. Maybe if Max lines up over center, they could blitz easier with their guys or something. Yeah, that's a possibility. We got to mix it up, especially against Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is very shaky. I thought that Josh Allen was a little shaky. I said that last week, but he was very cool, calm, and collected last week. But Kenny Pickett, no, he's not nowhere close to what Josh Allen brings to the table. And I sold Josh Allen kind of short, but Kenny Pickett, there's nothing to write home to with him for sure. Let me see. Raider Tiger. Jakorian is 12th in sold tackles already in the entire NFL. There you go. Jakorian's doing well for a rookie. He's getting toasted a little bit, but like I said, feet to fire, getting those reps in, getting sharper and sharper as games go along. And I like what I see in Jakorian Bennett. I know a lot of guys were down on him after this game. He kind of got torched, but those are the lumps that you need for a young corner to kind of bring to kind of come back. And to me, he seems like a very resilient guy. If you know his story, he came from the JUCO circuit. He was a 0-star talent. He was mostly like a speedster guy coming out of high school. Didn't really have any looks in football as far as like scholarships go, but he kept digging and digging and digging. Didn't take no for an answer, taking a lot of lumps. And that's what I like in my kind of corners. Jakorian Bennett seems like a really mentally strong guy that can overcome a tough game, right? And he had a tough game. But yet there are some things that you could say, hey, he's doing this well, he's doing that well, and that's what you build on. And I think for Jakorian Bennett, he's the perfect candidate to take those lumps and kind of shake them off and learn from them. That's what I like from Jakorian Bennett. Laker Nation says we need Yannick Ngakoue back. Man, that's actually, I think he's with where is he right now? But he's not a free agent, but that'd have been nice. Don't understand why we moved him, but he made an immediate impact when we signed him. Yeah, especially in the passing game. He wasn't a great run stopper. In hindsight, that maybe it was probably premature for us to get rid of him. In hindsight, when we signed Chandler Jones, it seemed like a good move at the time. But, you know, of course, you guys know what's going on with Chandler Jones and his nonsense. But, you know, in hindsight, it seemed like a good move to get Chandler Jones and Yannick Ngakoue. He's very one-dimensional. That's kind of your problem when you get with him. But we can definitely use a guy like that on the other side at the other side at this point, for sure. My guy T Severe in the building. You early, bro. You on reverse CP time. Yeah, you know what? My apologies for anybody who had me scheduled for 7 o'clock today. I wanted to get my issue in a little bit early. And that's probably why the number is a little bit low. I'm kind of where I'm at right now. Usually I got 55 in the building. I appreciate you guys pulling up. My apologies for starting a little bit early. But thank you for popping in. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see. Let's see who else we got here. We got Raider Chaos in the building. Sub Nation, what we talking about? First look against the Pittsburgh Steelers, kind of breaking down kind of what they bring to the table, kind of strategy, early strategy on how to win this game and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about, kind of shaking off what happened against Buffalo and getting more in a more positive mindset for this game on Sunday. Midnight Raider King, on offense, we need to use the pass to set up the run just to get them out of stacking the box. Yes. At this point, that you're right, because what they're going to do is stack the box. They stack the box. So now they're like, okay, go ahead and pass the ball. I dare you to pass the ball. So now we got to put ourselves in situations where we're going vertical and really hurting these guys on offense with the vertical pass rush. Because I'm telling you guys right now, the Steelers are going to bring the heat as far as sending 8 guys in the box. Now, they're going to be a little bit shorthanded. No Cam Hayward. Possibly no Minka Fitzpatrick, but they still got a sharp defense, guys that can come in and stuff the run and make things happen as far as turnovers go. So what's best for us to start at the beginning, you're absolutely right, Midnight Raider. We got to start with trying to pass the ball, loosening up the box for sure, and getting Josh Jacobs a little bit free, because here's the thing, right? The Browns altogether total yards last game, on total rushing, they had 198 yards of total rushing on 35 carries. There is an opportunity for us to get the run game going if we get it going. Now, I know they got Jerome Ford, Nick Chubb, and all them guys over there. They got a solid rushing game, great offensive linemen, but I think we're comparable as far as offensive linemen goes. Like I just told you, we have one of the best tackles in the AFC right now as far as PFF grade goes. You know, Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, had an okay game. Andre James, okay game. Greg Van Roten, kind of a step back from game one, right? And Illuminor's been doing his thing as well. So we have a chance to, against this Steelers defense, to actually get the run game going. But you're right. We're going to have to start with the pass game first to loosen that box up. That's the way to kind of slow them down and get off the offense going, because we haven't seen our offense light it up at all this season. We got Orlando Padilla in the building. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. Let's see who else we got. Raider Tiger. Puka Nacua is, I think, with the Rams. He's a wide receiver. Yeah, he's getting going, man. Because what's that guy's name? Cooper Kupp is down. But yeah, you know, that's the Rams. Screw the Rams. Hit stick stepper, Big Mike. The defense is due for a turnover. We need one. We haven't had one yet. I think Mad Max is going to get a strip sack. Really that? Yeah, I hope so, man. It's long overdue. We got some home cooking coming. We're gonna have some juice with this team. They're gonna get real hype, and I'm excited, man. And I'm excited to see what kind of how they respond from getting their ass beat on Sunday for sure. Let's see. We're 30th in rushing yards and 116. That's terrible. Yeah, it is. And even 116 sounds a little bit high. I'm surprised we're 30th, to be honest. It's a bad look. Does Isaiah play this game? Maybe. If they try to establish the run, we can bring Isaiah Palomar kind of as and that's who I'm assuming you're talking about. You kind of bring him as that box safety kind of coming up and stopping the run in certain plays. But we'll see. I'm not too sure what their strategy is as far as trying to run the ball and stuff. But guys, that brings up the next thing, right? Shout out to Raider Tigers says the Browns have 404 total rush yards this season. Yeah, that's amazing in 2 games. That's another thing, right? The Steelers' offensive line is probably the worst offensive line in football, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. The numbers on PFF tell the story, right? I'm going to start with their tackle. Chukwuma Okorafor has 46.8 PFF grade. That's 61st out of 71 tackles. James Daniels, 47.6 overall PFF grade, which is 62nd. Mason Cole, their center, 44.8 PFF grade, which is 31st out of 33 centers. Isaac Seumalo, 42 overall PFF grade, 64th out of 71 guards. And Dan Moore Jr., 23 overall PFF grade, which is dead last out of all tackles in the league. That is horrible. And his pass blocking is 11.9. He's on the left side, so it's going to be Tyree Wilson on that left side. Could we see Tyree Wilson actually making a play this game? What do you guys think about that? He's going against one of the worst PFF graded tackles in the league so far this season. Last game, he had 11.9 pass blocking grade PFF. Does Tyree Wilson get on the board for this game? What do you guys think? Does Malcolm Koonce get on the board? Let me know who gets on the board on that right side, because on the left side you got Max Crosby. He's going to be going against Okorafor, who didn't have a great game, isn't having a good season at all. We might have a chance to make some things happen for sure, guys. What do you guys think about that? I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Let's see. Yeah, Yannick's on the Bears. Shout out to Jeffrey Kreiser. Let's see. Yep, Yannick with the Bears. Yep. Let's see. Christopher Munoz, when will you run plays with Andy again? That was fire. We're doing it tomorrow. The All 22 hasn't dropped yet for whatever reason. It takes about 24 to 48 hours. It's been well over 48. We're just waiting for that to drop. I'm going to clip up some stuff. I'm going to go over it once, go over it twice, go over my favorite plays, the plays I don't like. And we got it for you tomorrow, guys. So all 54 of you guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We're going to bring some more heat with Andy. We got some things cooking for that one for sure, but definitely tomorrow for sure. Once we get this all 22 thing going, we're definitely going to get it rolling, man, for sure. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out to MG's Raiders. What up, Big Mike? What's up to you, man? What's going on? Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. Carlos in Fuego in the building. Big Mike, I'm here, bro. We know defense and offense. How many wins? 6, 8, Raider Nation for hey. I'm staying right down the middle. I said 9 wins. That's where I got them. 9 wins, man. 9 wins. So nothing's changed even after the last game. I'm gonna stick to 9, man. I'm sticking to 9. Hit them likes, people. Charles Washington, man. Thank you for that. Hit them likes, like the thumb, hit the sub, share with your folks, share with your grandma, share with your aunt, share with your uncle, your brother, your cousin, man. Share it, man. Anybody who's a Raiders fan, anybody who likes to troll and is a non-Raiders fan, bring them over here. I don't care, man. Bring them all over here, just as long as they hit that thumbs up, man, and they share with their folks as well, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Raider Tiger says, Steelers ready, have a pick 6 and a fumble recovery touchdown. Yeah, the Steelers defense, they had a hell of a game last night, and we got to really watch out for that. Lord Buddy Bear in the building. We got better receivers than the Browns. Their top guy was Amari Cooper. Yeah, and we got to get it to our receivers. Hopefully, Jacoby Myers gets going. That brings a lot more juice to this offense. It seems like Jakobi Meyers is he has a lot bigger role than I really gave him credit for earlier this season. Yeah, we definitely need the receivers to get involved. I would like to see more Trey Tucker. I thought he was brilliant when he was out there. He got pass interference. He got screwed on a pass interference that should have been called. Yeah, so we need to get these guys a little bit. We got to get these guys the ball a lot more. But most importantly, we got to get off the field in third downs and in fourth and short situations. The Bills had the ball for over 40 minutes last game. We had the ball for 19 minutes. We can't expect our offense to get going at all when you have the ball for less than 20 minutes. So, and that goes on the defense. We need to get off the field on third downs when it's time and let this defense and let this offense cook when they do get the ball, get them in a rhythm. But the defense needs to get off the field for sure. It's a complimentary game, guys. Let's see. MGs, he says, get Polamalu on the field. He had the size and the give a shit that defense needs. You're absolutely right, man. That give a shit is what we didn't see last game for sure. And hey, if he's gonna bring that spark, man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. L Rocket 75. Man, I haven't seen L Rocket over here in a minute, man. Good to see you. Says I don't want to see Najee 200 yards. Yeah, that could happen. This guy he's one of those dudes that if he gets going, he can get going, if you know what I mean. So we really got to stop him. Hit Stick Stepper says, Big Mike, I think we need to get some play action, deep passes to Trey Tucker. Yeah, that way. Hey, and to their defense, they did that once, right? But they need to do it often. What I don't like is after another one is after Jimmy Garoppolo threw that pick off the screen, that first one that got tipped. They didn't go back to the screen at all after that. And I thought that was the wrong thing to do. They should have went back to the screen a lot more often. I don't know why they just I don't know, the coach was like discouraged after that. I don't know. But he didn't go back to the screen. I thought it would have worked a lot in that game for how aggressive they were as far as sending the blitz and all that stuff. We should have went back to that. And Tucker needs to touch the ball a lot more than he has been, man, for sure. No doubt. John B, if Tyree doesn't do anything this game, we better just keep Kuntz in. Yeah, this is a good opportunity, man. Dan Moore Jr. is, like I told you, one of the worst graded PFF graded tackles in this league so far. The worst, actually. So Tyree matched up against him, man. He needs to get it done right here, right now. This is a good chance for him to get on the board, get that confidence up for sure, man. That's kind of what I'm seeing from him. Chili Pepper 28. I hope we effing win. Yeah, I hope we win too, man. There's some things that we have to do, but I like our chances. We're at home, and we got a good chance for this for sure. L Rocket 75. Big Mike was on point. Bill's running back was going to cook us. I hate to be right about it, man, but I told you guys last week, if we don't tighten up that interior defensive tackle room as far as their performance goes, we're going to have a long day. And we had a long day, and that's because that interior defense tackle room didn't get the job done. So I hate to be right, man. I really do hate to be right, but like I said, back to the drawing board. We got to find some ways to put a spark into that interior rush. Nesta Jade hopefully is going to get dialed in for this game, but we'll see. Let's see. 1 second, guys. Oh man. All right. Charles Washington, 25 is a bum. Needs to be benched. 3 years of suck. Yeah. 3 years of suck. Yeah. You know what? A lot of people are cold on 25, man. I think it is time for him to go. I agree with you, man. He needs to show up or get shipped out, one or the other, man. But his time might be up. Crypto Tails in the building. What's up, bro? What's up to you, man? Good to see you, man. Man, we got to get together soon, man. I'm going to give you a call, bro. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a minute. But, yeah, man, good to see you, bro. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support, as always. Let me see. Chili Pepper 28. The weight of the world on Graham's shoulders if he doesn't scheme to the strengths of the defense. Yeah. Graham needs to have a good game because his seat is spicy right now, and we really need something from Graham. He needs to show us something in this game for sure. Let's see. Barrio Clips TV. What up, Mike? What you think about what you think our quarterbacks do this week? Hopefully Jakorian Bennett gets on the board, man. I'm really liking his confidence. I'm liking the fact that he can shake off some stuff when things go wrong and he's back at it. I would love to see him get rewarded with an interception. I would like to see Marcus Peters get on the board. Epps played better than he did the previous game. I would like to see him get on the board with something like a turnover, something causing turnovers. Yeah, our corners, our secondary, they're way overdue for some turnovers, man. And I think this is the week that happens. Kenny Pickett is a turnover machine. He's shaky at the quarterback position. And I think it's time for us to make it happen. Orlando Padilla. What do you think about Hunter Renfro not being used in plays by McDaniels? So I said this last week, man. That's another thing that we got to talk about. It tells me a lot what they think about. I said this last week. Whatever happens to Hunter Renfro will tell me a lot about what they think about Hunter Renfro and where they want to go him in the future, right? He had 1 target, 1 catch, 23 yards in garbage time. So that tells you guys what they think about Hunter Renfro, to be honest with you. And I think that we need to find some suitors to get him traded. Now, I know a lot of people are like, let's see what's up with DeForest Buckner and things like that. I don't think the owner of the Colts are going to do work with the Raiders specifically because of what went on with Josh McDaniels and how he kind of fleeced them and kind of left them out high and dry when he was over there and took off. So I don't see them doing business, the Colts doing business with us, but business is business. It might work out, might get another quarterback for that young quarterback over get another receiver for that young quarterback for the Colts. So we'll see. It's going to take a lot to get a guy like that, but we need to ship Hunter Renfro because he's not being used. We're paying him $13 million to get 1 target and 1 catch in garbage time. It needs to be, and he needs to be shipped at this point. John B, something tells me Josh doesn't want to do too much. We do too much and other teams will have the tape. I don't know. Just a thought. Well, shoot, we got this is the 3rd game of the season, man. If you're holding back something, you better bring it now, man, because your job's on the line, man. If you holding back like that, like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good strategy. Hopefully he doesn't think that way, because that if he can't get in his bag and still have some things kind of left over, and what kind of coach are you really, man? I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how I see it. Raider Sprayer. Tyree looked like he was ramping it up some this week. He might be getting back into some playing shape week by week. I have some high hopes for him. I'm going to stay optimistic. I didn't like what I see that first game. The second one, he had some plays where he was like, okay, things are starting to look like they're taking shape. And I'm really hoping that Tyree, he really figures it out, man, because we need him to figure it out. We can't have another first-round bust, man. And I'm going to stay hopeful for sure. But he did look a lot better from that first game. I'm not going to lie to you. Charles Washington, offense looked a lot like last year after the 12 scripted play. I'm glad you brought up the scripted plays, because I think that Josh McDaniels is great as far as being that guy who kind of dials in those scripted plays. He's great with that. But he's left a lot to the imagination, a lot to be desired with adjusting after that, right? And adjusting what the defense is bringing him, right? And I haven't seen much from him as far as that goes. And that he's leaving, that remains to be seen. I need to see more from him outside of those scripted plays, because those scripted plays, he looks great, right? We got down the field that first opening drive, and it looked like, man, it was going to be a great day for us. And then after that, the offense sputtered big time. So you might be onto something. That's what I was thinking about that offense. We really need to figure it out. And I don't know how it is with Josh McDaniels and his adjustment situation, how he's adjusting to this defenses and stuff, or I don't know, but it needs to be improved for sure. I'll tell you that. We got Aces in the building. Salute to you, man. Thanks for popping in. MG's Raiders. If we play some attacking defense and steady offense, we should win the game. Also, it looks like Graham could be the fall guy for that crap defensive scheme and high school coverage. Yeah, it looked real vanilla. I'm not going to lie to you. And he might be. If things go wrong, if we're, in a few weeks and we only have 1 win, Graham might be gone, man. Graham might be gone. Hit stick stepper. Big Mike, I think JJ will have his best game of the season against the Steelers. He's due for a solid game. Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, the Steelers gave up almost 200 yards rushing against the Browns. So I think that JJ, he's finally going to get his legs under him. He's at home. I really think he's going to have his best game yet. I like for him to have about 75 to 100 yards. I would like to see him have a little bit more, but we'll see. We'll see. Aces, what the Raiders thinking? Akers, they need defense. They have enough offense. Yeah, they don't have a running back too, but I don't think Akers is the answer. But we do need to be putting our emphasis on that defense for sure. And let me see. My apologies for missing out on the supers, guys. Let me see. James Lillard in the building with the 199 haymaker. Graham needs to go down fighting with some blitzes. Yeah, we need a lot more blitzes. We need to get after Kenny Pickett because he is a guy that we can really take advantage of as far as that goes, man. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the 199 haymaker. Thanks for the support as always. Lord Buddy Bear with the $10 haymaker, man. I appreciate it. I'm predicting a defensive low-scoring game. More than half of the Steelers' points against the Browns were defensive, and they likely stacked the box to try to stifle the run game. Raiders 14-10. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of have the same outcome as far as that goes, too. Guys, 65 in the building. I think it's that time, right? Early score prediction. We got Lord Buddy Bear. He got 14-10 Raiders. What do you guys have? I want to hear what you guys have. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's a low-scoring game. I agree with Lord Buddy Bear. Josh Jacobs is going to finally get going. We're going to finally see this offense finally get rolling, but that defense is going to be tough, right? I like the Raiders to win this game 20-14. That's where I have the score. Low-scoring struggle. Defense is going to show up and make things happen. We're going to get some sacks. We're going to get a couple turnovers in this game, and we're going to look decent, man. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you guys have for the score? I got Raiders winning this 20-14. What do you guys have? I want to hear it, man, for sure. Let me get back to this chat. And Lord Buddy Bear, thanks for the $10 support, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the haymaker. Let's see what we got. We got Street Professor in the building. Vanilla coverage and non-productive offense. Yeah, it's been tough. It's been very tough, bro. We need to change this up, man. Shout out to you, Street Professor. Let me see. Dan Raider in the building. Need to get Trey Tucker more involved in offense. No doubt, man. No doubt. Let's see. Jesus Areola. Loving the content. Keep up the good work. Raider Nation for life. Man, I appreciate it, man. And thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see, Charles Washington. How in the hell can you run the ball when four guys are waiting for after the handoff? Yeah, that first play was horrendous, man. I think I'm going to pull that one up, that very first play of the game. We're going to talk about it on that film breakdown. We're going to see it all, man. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, man, for sure, for sure. Let's see. Mark Medina. Let that fool throw it up, and we'll pick it. Yep, like I said, can he pick it? Yes, we can. We're going to make it happen. I'm telling you guys right now. Pickett's in for a two-pick game, man. That dude's – he's not it, man. And we need to take advantage of it. We just signed a linebacker to the practice squad, McCall Walker from the Falcons. Yes, I did see that. We'll see. Hopefully that's not a sign of injuries from our linebackers because I'm going to tell you, Spillane and what can I think of his name? Divine Diablo, man, dang. Spillane Diablo's been balling, man. Spillane Diablo has been the strength of this defense. That's simple and plain. There's no debate on that one. So hopefully it's not because of an injury. I wish Michael Walker, Michael, I don't know how to say it, but Walker from coming from the Falcons, I wish him luck. I wish him the best, and welcome to the Raiders, man, for sure. Let's see. We got some scores here. We got 24-13 Steelers, man. Man, dang, the optimism's out the building, huh? All right. 24-13 Steelers. We got 28-20 Raiders. Okay, that's more like it, man. Okay, let's see. Orlando Padilla, I can't say what the score will be, but I think the Raiders will have at least 24 points. Okay. And 24 points, he should win. He should win a game. Let's see. We got punked on Sunday, no way around it. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, man. Guys, let's not talk about Sunday, man. We're here to bring some positivity, man. But yeah, Sunday was a rough game, man, for sure. Let's see. Hope Tyree can get it going. Street Professor, I don't know if you're here when I said it. He's going to be going against the worst PFF graded tackle in the league right now, Dan Moore Jr., 23 overall PFF grade. His pass blocking grade was 11.9. That's horrible. 71st out of 71 tackles. Tyree can get on the board in this game. Absolutely. I think he can get it done finally, man. Let me see. Martin Bautista. Did we get punked? I ain't expecting much this game either. Man, one game we lost hope, man. I hope we get it together, man. Hopefully we get it together. Street Professor, we're only averaging 13.5 points per game. Yeah, they've been sputtering on offense for sure, no doubt. Shout out to FAKC in the building with his nonsense. John B, 17-14 Raiders. I like it. Okay, low scoring game, low scoring struggle. I see 21-20 Raiders. DeMarcus Webb. I can see that as well. 30 Eric, 1,500. 31-17 Raider. JJ 2 touchdown. Jimmy throws for 280 and Renfro gets going. Man, that's a perfect scenario, man. I hope that's the case. I'd be happy. I'll be able to sleep at night if that happens. Let's see. John Leon. Raiders interested in the Cam Akers. Could Jacobs be on the trade block for a defensive player? That's a good way to look at it, but I don't think Cam Akers is a guy that we need to bell cow, right? I don't see that. I can see him being a compliment to Josh Jacobs if they're really trying to tote the rock like that, a 1-2 punch. To me, more of anything, that would mean that Zamir White's out of here. That kind of what more tells me that. But could he be on a trade block for a defensive player? I don't know. I don't know. I don't see that happen. I think Jacobs is here to stay for at least this year. But yeah, I don't know about him being on the block for a defensive player, but we do need to be on the market for a defensive player. I'll tell you that. Let's see. MG's Raiders. I have a bet with the wife with Cheesecake Factory on the line. Oh man, what you getting, bro? Man, get the what is that? That steak Diane with the mashed potatoes, and they still got the peel in it. Oh man, that's fire, bro. With the steak. Oh yeah. Get that, bro. That's where it's at, man. Shout out to Cheesecake Factory. Orlando Padilla. We don't need to get wasted mad again. He's getting too old. High blood. That's a fact, man. We gotta keep wasted around, man. We gotta win these games. Shout out to my boy Wasted Talent, man. That's my boy, man. That's my bro right there. Mondo Reyes, just win, baby. He don't care what the score is, just win. I like it. Dirty Eric, I'll tell you what, if we lose this week, the entire staff should be on the hot seat. No doubt, man. I agree. 100%. Midnight Raider. Graham needs to have better pre-snap disguises along with lots of blitzing with those disguises, which should create a bundle of turnovers. Raiders 26-17. I like it. But yeah, you're right. Disguise the blitz and send the blitz. Send the blitz a lot more than what you've been sending it for sure, or else your job's on the line. Charles Washington, where is the fire from the coaching? Tired of all the talking. That's a fact, man. We need some fire from this team. We need it, man. We need it. Street Professor in the building. Hope that they get Renfro involved this game. It needs to happen. I mean, he hasn't been around. Where is he? He's on a milk carton. MIA. What's going on, man? We need Renfro in the building, man. It makes our offense better when we have Renfro involved. And I don't know what's going on, man. Even the tight ends too. We haven't seen much from the tight ends, and we need that to happen too. So a lot to be desired from the offense, but I think they're going to eventually turn it around. Raider Jim, I think we need to draft a quarterback first round. I like Quinn Ewers outside of May and Williams. Who you like? I like Shedeur Sanders. I mean, the dude drove 98 yards against Colorado State with the game on the line. Got hit in the mouth, spit some blood out of his mouth, and kept it pushing, man. The dude seems real gritty. He has a winner's mentality, winner's pedigree. You know, I like Shedeur Sanders. It would be great to get him in the first round if possible. And that's the type of rock star that Mark Davis has been looking for quite a while for the city of Las Vegas. So, you know, to me, outside of May and Williams, I like Shedeur Sanders. I also like Michael Penix Jr. I think Penix Jr. is probably going to win the Heisman Trophy with Washington. I mean, the dude is throwing like 400 yards a pop. He's unstoppable right now. If you guys haven't seen Michael Penix Jr. for Washington, lefty quarterback over there, you guys go check them out, man. They're a force to be reckoned with over in Washington for sure, man. MG's Raiders. This team needs to play with the heart of a Raider. Rule 1: the quarterback must go. That's a fact, man, for sure. Go down, and go down hard, man. There you go, man, for sure. For sure. Raider Jim, shout out to you for the late night Raider content. Raiders, man, I hate you know, I'm working on that content thing, but man, Raider Jim, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna be getting out of here soon, man. But I'm gonna acknowledge some more of the chat. Let's see. Charles Washington. People keep talking about Renfro. Bottom line, he's too light in the ass. I've always thought so too. Every time he has the ball in his hand, I get a little nervous, right? Let's see. Shout out to Lord Buddy Bear with the second haymaker of the day, $5 special. What's the first jersey you've ever had? Mine is a Charles Woodson. It don't fit anymore, but I still have it, and I got a newer one. You know what's funny, man? In 7th grade, I got a customized Raider jersey with my last name on the back. It was number 24. Not because I was a Charles Woodson fan at the time. This was in the year 2000, 2001. I was a Charles Woodson fan, but 24 is my favorite number. So I was like, okay, I want my last name with my favorite number. My mom got it for me for Christmas, a white Raiders jersey, number 24, my last name on the back. So that was one of the first Raider jerseys I had. Man, I was excited to have it. And yeah, man, for sure. And I even now to this day, I got a customized number 54 Raider jersey with Big Mike on the back. So yeah, that's one of the first jerseys I had. I wish I still had it, man, for sure. Shout out to Jesus. He says, heard the Giants have scored more points in one game than we have had in 2, even after they got shut out in week 1. Got to run those numbers up. 42-24 Raiders. Man, that's a depressing stat. But if that is the case, man, we got some catching up to do. So you're right. I like the 42 points right there. 42-24 Raiders. That'll make my night, man, for sure. Let's see. Hit stick stepper. Big Mike. I think DA and Jacoby go about to go hammy on Pittsburgh on Sunday. Yeah, that. I hope so, man. I would like for them to get 100 each. That would be great. Let's see. Mondo Reyes, that content. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mine was Joey Porter, number 84. Okay. That's dope. Let's see what else we got. Street Professor. We have a solid roster, not the best, but solid. So come on, coaches, man. We got enough to make things happen. We got enough to win, man, for sure, no doubt, man. But guys, 69 of you guys in the building. I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate the support. Shout out to Lord Buddy Bear with the haymakers. He blessed the channel with, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Easy with the 199 haymaker. James Lillard with the 199 haymaker. And shout out to everybody who popped in, who always pops in, hit stick, who popped in. Mondo Reyes, off the top of my head, Carlos Enfuego. Man, who else? Let me see. I don't want to miss out on anybody, man. Dirty Eric, Orlando Padilla, MG Raiders, even Hefe KC came around, man, with his trolling ass. DeMarcus Webb. Who else? Charles Washington, man. Street Professor, man. And that was the first time I've seen Street Professor around here, so I do appreciate you coming in. Hopefully this isn't your last time. Let's see. Classic Man Q, he definitely popped in. Ace is always popping in the building, man. If I miss you guys, Chili Pepper 28, man, guys, If I missed you guys, man, no love lost, man. I appreciate you guys for coming in. But guys, that's it for me. I'm about to call it a night. You guys have a good night. You guys have a productive Wednesday. And I got the film study for you guys tomorrow. We got a good one. We got a haymaker. Make sure you guys let everybody know what we got cooking over here. And you guys, hey, you guys have a good night. You guys be safe out there, man. Peace.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking devices just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, but now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas. You wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled they spy drone.